Have you ever stopped to think about the fundamental role bees play in our ecosystem? These small creatures, often underestimated, are true pillars of life on Earth. But what if, suddenly, they disappeared? What would happen? Get ready for a fascinating journey that reveals the consequences of this disappearance. Let's discover together. Bees are responsible for pollinating about 1/3 of the plants we consume. This includes fruits, vegetables, and even some of our favorite nuts. Without them, our food supply would become scarce and monotonous. Imagine a world without juicy strawberries or crisp apples. But the impact of bees goes far beyond what we put on our plates. They are essential for plant biodiversity. Without pollination, many plant species would fail to reproduce, leading to the extinction of several over time. Now, think about the consequences of that. The decrease in plant diversity would directly affect the fauna. Animals that rely on these plants for food would find themselves without sustenance. This would include not only herbivores but also predators that depend on those herbivores to survive. A collapsing food chain. And it doesn't stop there. The extinction of plants and animals would dramatically affect ecosystems. The habitats that support various species would be destroyed, leading to an imbalance that could result in a true ecological collapse. But let's delve a little deeper. Bees also aid in the production of crops that are essential for industry. Without them, the production of coffee, chocolate, and even some alcoholic beverages would be drastically reduced. The global food trade would face a collapse, resulting in exorbitant prices and product shortages. Can you imagine paying double for a chocolate bar? That could become a reality. Moreover, the economic impact would be immense. Agricultural industries would lose billions of dollars. Farmers would face enormous challenges, which could lead to the bankruptcy of small farms and an increase in the number of people going hungry. This scenario is not just a problem for farmers. It would affect all of us, as food scarcity would translate into high prices and a limited diet. But we cannot forget the psychological impact this would have on society. The connection we have with nature and biodiversity is vital for our well-being. The loss of bees would mean not just a loss of food diversity but also a loss of natural beauty. Flowering gardens, vibrant landscapes, and the pleasant aromas of fresh fruits would become distant memories. Nature, which comforts us so much, would start to lose its luster and vitality. Now, let's talk about what we can do to prevent this apocalyptic scenario. Raising awareness about the importance of bees and the crucial role they play in our ecosystems is fundamental. We can support sustainable agriculture and avoid excessive pesticide use. Each of us can contribute by planting native flowers in our gardens, creating bee-friendly environments. Small acts can have a big impact. Education is also a powerful tool. Teaching future generations about the importance of bees and how to care for them can make all the difference. Young people can become advocates for nature and biodiversity in the future. And remember, supporting initiatives aimed at protecting bees and their habitats is essential. Organizations and projects working towards conservation are key to ensuring that bees continue to play their vital role. In conclusion, the disappearance of bees is not just a matter of a lack of honey or flowers in our gardens. It is a matter of survival for the entire planet. The consequences would be devastating, affecting our food supply, economy, and ecological balance. But there is still time to act. Each of us can make a difference. So the next time you see a bee buzzing around you, remember that it is much more than just a simple pollinator. It is a guardian of our ecosystem, and it is up to us to protect it. Let's fight together for a world where bees can thrive. After all, a future without bees is a future without life. Think for a moment about how crucial pollination is for our diet. Most of the fruits and vegetables you love are the result of the tireless work of bees. Without them, you might as well say goodbye to many of the foods that make up your daily meals. And we're not just talking about exotic varieties. Staples like apples, pears, and even potatoes depend on this tiny insect. Imagine a dinner table without fresh salads, juicy fruits, or even the famous chocolate that many adore. That would be devastating, wouldn't it? Now, take it a step further. Food scarcity would directly impact the global economy. Food prices would skyrocket, and many might not have access to basic necessities. Countries that depend on agriculture as their main source of income would face severe crises, leading to an increase in poverty and social instability. This would transform into a vicious cycle of hunger and misery. Another intriguing aspect is that bees are also agents of climate change. They help regulate soil temperature and moisture, playing a vital role in ecosystem balance. The absence of bees would cause significant ecological imbalance, resulting in more frequent and severe natural disasters. Floods, droughts, and sudden temperature changes would become more common, affecting the lives of millions of people. And here's a fact you might not know: bees have a direct impact on our mental health. Studies show that interacting with nature, including observing pollinators like bees, can reduce stress and increase happiness. They are part of an ecosystem that brings us peace and tranquility. Without their presence, we might not only lose biodiversity but also the well-being that nature provides us. Now, you might be wondering, what can we do? The truth is that awareness is the first step. Sharing information about the importance of bees and what's at stake if they disappear can help raise awareness among more people. Awareness campaigns can help change behaviors, making more people engage in protecting bees. Another simple action is to create a bee-friendly environment around you. This includes planting native flowers that attract pollinators. By choosing plants that bloom at different times of the year, you can ensure that there's always food available for bees, allowing them to thrive in your gardens and green spaces. Education is a powerful tool. By teaching children and young people about the importance of bees, we are shaping a new generation that values and protects biodiversity. This can be done in schools, community groups, or local workshops. The more knowledge we have, the more effective we will be in our actions. Finally, we cannot forget the importance of scientific research. Science continues to study bees and their habitats, seeking ways to protect them and improve their living conditions. Supporting organizations dedicated to this research is crucial for the survival of bees. In summary, the disappearance of bees would pose an unprecedented threat to our health, food security, and even our culture. So let's unite and act now. The fight for bee survival is a fight for a healthier and more sustainable future for all of us. Be the voice that advocates for these little giants, and together, we can ensure that they continue to be part of our world for many generations. After all, without bees, life on Earth as we know it would change forever.